Okay, let's see. Good morning, good morning. Starting a little early so we can anticipate some price action. I am still in the old contract. Alright, let me put on. Let's see if we can get a good setup today. Feeling good, feeling good. Alright. Let me just connect this real quick. Itachi is asking about the starter or the expert play. I actually like the starter more. Just because I think I trade them very slowly. And the uncapped payouts really doesn't affect me too much. And if you're just doing the expert play, it's a premium cost. I mean, it just depends. Are you trying to copy trade a lot of accounts, or are you trying to just grow one account? The expert is likely better for growing that one account. Let me connect my account here. Gonna look for a manipulation run, probably at open though. I think we can get a good one. We kind of took. We didn't take a buy side on NQ yet. Yes, we of course did, and then we are also like making multiple drives higher. Something tells me we could just run back down though. With a little SMT here too. Just gonna mark this hourly here. If we start disrespecting these hourlies, then I think we can head back down. It's gonna be a non-farm payroll, so expect lots of volatility. Gonna try to stay on the right side of the move if possible. This is the 4-hour chart. We're gonna be mainly looking at the 4-hour if it starts flipping. And then I have Nvidia over here just in case. 953. I really thought Nvidia was a dream if it goes 1,000, or I don't know. It's like it feels like it could go next week. What's the market cap? I'm so geeked out on that market cap of big tech. $2.3. Like I am rooting for Nvidia to take over. Well, this is not even updated. I guess once market opens, it'll update to 950. Let me see. Tanya dropped a code for 20% expert. I think isn't the deal right now 30%? Or is it the resets only? I'm actually no. 20% is way too much of a premium if I'm like thinking about it. Oh, it's only expert resets. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to go for the expert for me. All right, market opens in a minute here. Watching this 5-minute FEG kind of aligns with its order block. You have a little FEG here. It doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, the best plan was last month when they had no activation fee. That's where it's probably the best to load up. Now, like, I mean, yeah, you get a starter for 30% off, I think, right? It's not bad, but it's not the greatest because we compare the deals from last year or last month, and then next month probably have a better deal too. I mean, for me, like, there's no rush, right? You can just, there's gonna always be deals. If they did a good deal before, they'll do it again, and you only want to go for the time to load up when it's right. Top Step is always a good choice as well. We don't have Top Step already. What's good? Okay, I'm feeling good. 9:30 open here. Let me make sure I have all my accounts connected. Connect all my accounts and we're good to go. Okay. So we're looking at this 5-minute here. Is this new income gap? Yeah, it is. Bouncing on the 5. Comes in reversion here. Now we did retap into inside another 5. This is a BPR here. Let's see. We're inside the hourly. I'm marking purple here. This is the hourly inversion on ES. ES, I think, makes more sense to me when trading. NQ's has been pretty volatile lately. But we have SMT, bullish SMT on NQ. And we also have buy-sided touch. ES is already at all-time high. Yeah, if you're thinking that price is different, it's because you need to switch over. Or I'm still on the March contract, so instead of doing the NQ exclamation point, which is continuous, I'm just doing the March one for this week because the volume's still higher this week. So if you don't know, we have to switch contracts for futures each quarter. And the way it works is futures contracts, people are buying ahead of time, and that's just how you can control the commodity price where it fluctuates. You can lock it in, and that's just how futures work, where you're gonna trade contracts out 3 months ahead of time. So if you don't know, then definitely look, go back to March, and the next week we'll likely go to the new one. Back in the hourly point of interest here. Yeah, your NQ's at, if you're using NQ exclamation point, NQ1 exclamation point, you're in the new contract right now. We're still trading the March contract for this week since the volumes are greater. Looking to see if this breaker was a form. Kind of does look like it would. This would also be inversion if it does close above, which it likely would. And if we get strong push up ahead, I'm gonna look at this blue candle as a breaker. Look at the 5-minute. Lots of wicks back and forth. We're just waiting to see if they want to deliver a manipulation move. While I'm doing this, I would also just make sure I'm on the right side of things. This is just generalization. Help me look at things better. Just want to scope things because we're kind of wicking both sides, right? This is just going back to premium to discount here for both sides. Except NQ. You need a closure above for this to be inversion. I just marked it ahead of time, and another SMT. This is why I have NVIDIA chart up. Let's just see how NVIDIA is doing. I need to take VWAP off. I don't know why I have that on. Oh. NVIDIA with so many gaps. Look at 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap. We're looking at just regular trading hours. I'm so geeked out on NVIDIA. Okay. This likely becomes an inversion here. This likely becomes an inversion too. If we got a nice displacement here, let's see if we can get a nice long inside this breaker here. I want to try to keep my stop tight if I can. It's gonna be difficult because it's so volatile today. My plan is always to avoid trading the first 10-15 minutes until I get to my kill zone. I'm just kind of tape reading right now, and if I see something spectacular, I'll jump in even if it's not part of my kill zone. Notice the volatility on NQ and ES. Like, we made, I think, a SMT first on ES, and ES is still not, like, we're about to make a new low. ES is still just inside this breaker, and that's why I'm always kind of looking at ES more. ES just so clean compared to NQ when we're talking about delivery for the most part of this last 2-3 weeks. Inside this 5 minute here. Yeah, we're just kind of filling everything back up here. ES came to discount, and then we're trying to deliver back up. Breaker didn't last long. It needs to take better liquidity than this. The N in NVIDIA. The N in NQ stands for NVIDIA now. I want to see it hit 1,000 before we even think about turning. I'm rooting for NVIDIA right now, just for the fun of it. Okay, so it looks like we did get a hold on ES here. Still not confirmed yet. We're waiting till like 9:50 before we start trading. We're trying to tape read as best we can, and just understanding like, okay, maybe the price action is not respecting the lower time frame. Let's be more hesitant of that. It's a nice 3 drive here too. Does it want to go for the daily low? It is a possibility. You have to ask NVIDIA if it wants to come down though. This is right at the hourly too. It's very interesting. If I go on the hourly, this is right there. We nearly fill that imbalance. Took that 1 minute and got 17 points out of it. Which 1 minute are you talking about? Are you looking at ES? Or no, you gotta be looking at NQ. I don't know which 1 minute we're looking at. I'm marking a lot of things. Yeah, just another SMT going on right now. ES is holding still pretty well inside this breaker, but If NQ can follow suit, I think ES can really reach for the highs again. We're just tape reading for now until we get into our kill zone. It is a little choppy though. We're kind of doing a seeking a short megaphone. I think NQ is going to give a good long after it takes out CPI week lows, Difter said. I mean, that would mean we have to drop like another 100 points. But yeah, we have a 3 drive here. NQ just kind of missed the high. I would probably lean with you if NQ didn't miss the highs here. We were like a few points off. I would rather see it taken, but yeah, Franco, like I'm kind of looking at the same thing. But I mean, it's not NQ's job, it's Nvidia's job if it wants to move up or down. If Nvidia just goes below the 930 low, we're going for the daily lows. Let's hunt for some plays. We're coming up. Yeah, we do have pretty gnarly SMT both sides right now. If we get a nice 5-minute closure here, this is going to be interesting. ES breaker is holding. I pointed this out and I pointed both out. I didn't want to take anything, but we just want to tape read and we can see ES still respecting much more of these deliveries. The reason I'm saying that is likely I'm going to try to play ES until NQ gets cleaner. And that's a theme for the last few weeks. Most of my trades on ES has been pretty solid. NQs are kind of just hit and miss. YM's delivering very nicely too. This is quite interesting though. It's like a 2-point breaker. Likely would have gotten in this inversion and then put our stop maybe at the 930 low or 930 open. That might have been good enough. Yeah, like that's why I pointed both out. Like I'm not gonna be married to NQ, especially when NQ is delivering like this. Like if you see NQ, look how we're delivering. We're taking both sides. ES is more like something that you can trade. You take liquidity after building all these equal lows, made it a large imbalance of it after making a displacement to take out these lows, and then once we get closure above, this becomes an inversion. Once we have a nice push up, the 2 consecutive candles is a breaker, and we just kind of refill back to the inversion here to likely take out the high. So the draw right now, ES for buy side, which is high of day, all-time high essentially, and then considering how NQ is moving, seeking short, we already took out this low here, so expand upwards probably to this high now. And if we do get that, that's just another breaker for me. If you can see like this, and maybe this time we can actually expand instead of just going back and forth. So we got like a low here, we got high, we got a lower low, and then we're likely going to draw for this high here, and ES is going to draw for this high. See if we can get an entry off that. How's NQ on lower time frame? Because we're like choppy. Oh, okay, my screen is frozen. Is my Wi-Fi okay? He is still moving. This is a sign to not trade NQ. Like, it don't want me to load up. What is this? Oh, it's the unicorn model. I guess it's on the 30-second. How does this? Okay, let's just see how this played out. High, low, higher, high, close, lower. Why would I not look at this? Oh, okay. You would probably look at this. This algo is kind of backwards here. It's unless it makes the unicorn only when it has a nice push down. I'm not sure how it's making it like. That's interesting. That's a push up here. The breaker on ES worked out. We had a nice manipulation push into the hourly point of interest, and once we close above, the rest was history. I thought NQ would follow suit and take out this high too, but NQ is very weak today. Give us a Friday YOLO. I'm gonna give it a shot if you guys want one. Maybe it's gonna be like a riskier trade. Someone say Daniel's saying NQ respect to the 5-minute breaker prior to news candle. 5-minute breaker. It's really hard prior to it. Okay, so you're looking at this. Yeah, it throws me off once we get a nice strong wick like this. But I see what you mean. If you disregard that, this is still a nicer breaker. I don't know how effective it is. Why am the rocket too? Shooting higher. Yep, just going back and forth. We're approaching the 950. This is when I'm starting to look for trades, but it's gonna be difficult once we're at uncharted territory for ES. NQ at least has a draw to this buy side here, but maybe we'll get rammed before we're going to get to our kill zone. Unicorn setup by NQ right now. Where's this unicorn setup? Unless you're looking at this high, we haven't had a closure yet. YM has yet to create a new all-time high as ES and NQ did. I have not even looked at YM. Let's just take a quick look at YM real quick. Just go on the hourly or something. Yeah, I mean, we definitely have more. Just draw some lines, just so we can see where it can go. All-time high for YM is gonna be difficult today, right? It's like is it 400 points? I guess it's doable if we have a trend day. I'll just do that. That should be good. So this is what happens very often when you trade like volatility like this. This is just clear seeking to destroy, go on both sides, while ES is delivering to the right target. So it's you're gonna have to be very cautious to look at longs above here, just knowing the pattern, what's been doing already. Like, do you really want to long up here? Maybe if we get a nice closure and keep on running up, but would you short here? You need more confirmation for short, but longs are, I think, a difficult position here. Mans is short 360. Well, let's wish him luck. I'm looking at this closure on the 1 minute here. We might get something there as well. Just look at data here. N bar is also short if we close below the 1 minute FEG. It's this unicorn. Look, this unicorn Lux Algo is calling for this to be a long. If this works, I'll leave the Lux Algo on, but this is gonna be low probability for me. Just knowing the seek and destroy pattern, look at how like we're far from it. Like, you really have to do boom, go for it. Well, that wait, when did they even stamp that? All right, Lux Algo is fading 2 people in the chat right now who are short. But I think this is low probability though. It's just too risky. But it might work if we're trending up. Risky, but still working, I guess. They're looking at, it's too shallow of a dip though, and we got a nice closure, but it's still within reason. Took the 1 minute inverse. Which inverse are we talking about? We're talking about ES or NQ? Because I'm kind of looking at ES inverse. There's nothing on NQ yet. Christopher is long at the unicorn as well with the 1 minute FEG, and he's going for the high. This is interesting though. 908. Oh, okay, we're going back. This is just, I think this is just too high of a. So you took it at this candle. That's too, I don't know. That's just like kind of joining in the momentum. Way too high. But if it works, I guess. Dixie continues to drop. Okay. I guess that is your way of using it. If you're just looking at break even after hitting internal. Sleepy said he used the unicorn Lux Algo. Like, I only had it on because there's a lot of people have been asking me about it, so I was like, I'll just leave it on. But it started showing some signals, I guess. I mean, I did call for this though, but I would want more of a strong closure first. This is interesting. I would not take this entry just because it's too at premium, and it's a from the high. It's just way too low. Like, where would our stop be? For me to be comfortable, I think stop would be like 329 because I could easily see it coming down for higher. But Lux Algo, it's free, and a lot of you guys have been recommending to me. Like, of course, I would rely on manual rather than an indicator, but because it's not that hard to recognize this is or anticipate that a breaker would form if we get this higher, if we're already looking at price action. Lux Algo is 1 for 1 so far. Maybe I'm gonna keep track of it. It's me versus Lux Algo. Yo, what's up, Dono? Yeah, I think let me switch back. Yeah, Lux Algo did beat you, those guys who were looking at shorts. I mean, you have to ask Nvidia if it's ready to dump yet, and clearly it said no. All right, we took out all-time high here.
Finally.
I was also watching for this ES to inverse, but it didn't do so.
That morning was choppy as fuck.
Yeah. So Lux Algo really just gave, let's just do like the midpoint of it. 30 points, and if I were to, let's see, it would probably want to stop probably here. Lux Algo for the win. All right, we're in the time macro here. This is showing very strong moves. Apple's shooting up too.
We're in price discovery, so now.
Was there a Lux Algo in the 5-minute too? Do I have it on? I don't see it. I haven't see the breaker on the 5. Unless you're looking at down here, it's the same area that the other guy was saying. The news can okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking at then. We don't have to be too aggressive yet. Long as that this breaker would have been so good though. I don't know how long I've been out of hold for though. That's the only problem. Yeah, this could be a strong trend day now. Which is interesting. Just look at how the trend is working on the uptrend too. It's quite interesting to watch. Have the same thing on Q. We might have the same thing on Q too. Wow. $5,200 is very possible today then. Looks algo really did that. I still thought this is risky because of today nature. Just I wouldn't want to do tight stops. I don't think 10-point stop would have been viable for this, but it proved me wrong. Luke is looking for a 10 a.m. reversal. It's possible, but like this is just trending up right now. Look how all these tickets are moving. We just got a 4-hour close. That was a very bullish 4-hour close at the highs here. No setup is still good, guys. No Chaser said we did miss the 950 macro buy model. I mean, yeah, if you also pay attention to this breaker, this breaker played out, this inversion played out. All of these type of setups played out, and we're in the hourly point of interest, taking out this sell side. It did play out, but this is just still my rules are always like look for trades at like 9:45, 9:50. So this did occur like at open, like a few minutes after open. But this is where uncharted territory definitely gets very difficult. Nvidia will shoot for 1,000 now. Wow, everything's moving crazy. Yeah, now it's 10 a.m. It's in my kill zone now. I'm ready to look for trades. What kind of setups are we looking for now? Do we want a closure on the 5-minute before we look at shorts? Slow grind is just not my thing because I don't think I have the willpower just to go in and out. TJF short. I mean, we have to look at the weekly profile. I'm gonna just use a 4-hour for this case, but if we start at Monday here, Monday and Tuesday gave a nice manipulation run already, and then basically Monday and Tuesday here. Monday and Tuesday here gave a manipulation run, and then Wednesday, Thursday pushed up. Friday's about to push higher. So we already marked the low. I'm not sure if it's willing to. Unless it just keeps on trending throughout the day, we might get TJF in the afternoon. It's gonna be hard for that right now. The 5-minute close here. Wow, Bitcoin is near that 70,000. Is this still all-time high for Bitcoin? Well done. Everything's pushing highs. If 1 minute FEG holds, I'm taking longs at 394. 394. Which 1 minute are you talking about? Is it this tight 1 minute here? Do you only trade inversions? No, I trade breakers more. Breakers and unicorns are my thing. No, disappeared as I called it out. I was wondering, I was like, where is this 1 minute you're talking about? Yeah, the thing about just a trend move up, like, you kind of already missed your entry here. This is the manipulation move. Maybe if I was more aggressive, we would have tackled it with a stop at a low, because our draw is the buy side, of course. That would have been magnificent. But you can't really anticipate or predict that we're just gonna do a quick manipulation move here and then like rebalance and then just trend up immediately. And once it just does this move, it's gone. Like, holy crap. Like, keep in mind, like, if we're looking at the kill zone, it's only been 20 minutes, or not even 20 minutes yet. And we're already, like, moving, I don't know how much, but, like, from this low, we're nearly up 100 points. It's incredible. I just don't know how to manage this. It's always very difficult to trade these type of actions. For me, at least. Maybe it's easier for some of you guys.
We're at the point where it's like, okay, now what?
Daniel saying, what are your thoughts on 90-minute time cycles? I'm assuming you're referencing the quarterly theory. Maybe Dono can answer that for this today.
The quarterly theory has already played out.
He said it's already played out.
We had accumulation at 9, and then the manipulation happened at the 938th leg. We broke out, broke market structure, breaker entry, boom, at the 349. Now all we can do is draw our standard deviation levels and see what happens. So we got -4 at 18,613.
How's the music? You guys able to hear the music good? It's pretty loud for me. I don't know if it's playing that well.
I guess in the higher time frame, we're approaching the -3 standard deviation now at 416.5. So we're most likely going to be hitting 562.5.
I just saw something about draw. It was clear. I mean, it was very clear. We kind of called it out, which then I didn't press button because it's not part of my kill zone. But I did point you at the breaker, point you at the 5-minute premium discount, so we know it really got long. So you want to look at the discount area. ES went to a deeper discount than NQ. It's 5-minute balance here, held very well.
Oh, nice. My massage is confirmed.
What do you guys think about this? We might get a potential inversion here after taking out this high, trending up.
The one thing I was surprised was the data low wasn't touched in any way. That could be a potential target if we get a breaker set up.
We're gonna look at this 5 retap here. We're already retap on the ES. How long did you trade ICT? Probably like 2 years. What I trade before, just like kind of you start with like EMAs, supply demand levels, all these type of things, but still just not like efficient or effective enough. And we're landing at ICT. We're landing more specifically on just kind of like looking at buy sell models, time alignment, and then more specifically for our entry criteria is breakers. But I will say it's been very tough to to get like the clean trades when we go all time high with like the retracement model, which is kind of how breakers work. You want a nice retracement. But the theme lately has just been zoom up, leaving no retrace for entry, even like a slight retrace. It's been difficult. Getting a little SMT in the low time frame here. Man, oh man. Another thing that's crazy happening today, I think we have not Tyson here, Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua fighting today at 1 p.m. in Eastern time frame, I think. Is that today? That I actually love these type of fights. Maybe the first fight with Tyson Fury, like I didn't expect much, but seeing how like close it is and how competitive it was, very, very exciting now. This was not inversion. I anticipated it was to be, but Apple's green, Microsoft's green, Nvidia's green, Amazon's green, Meta's green. You're just naming everything I have here. Then Tesla's the only one's red. Nvidia's mega green though. Order blocks works well in this case with little scalps. Do you guys want to see me kind of scalp like very tight that might be possible. If I'm just focused on long scalps, but I'm trying to give more low risk trades, but the low risk setups needs to form properly.
I guess just long every fair value IPC at this point.
The moment I long, it just doesn't work. We might get a breaker here though. Bearish one at that if we get close below.
Long until you're wrong.
Oh, the main event starts at 5:50. I thought, okay, maybe I'm wrong then. I thought I said a 1 p.m. fight main event starts, but 5:50. Okay, that means it doesn't have to interfere with the market time. Only interested in low risk trades at this point. Yeah, I mean, if there's a decent scalp opportunity, I'll kind of mention it and I'll show it on my screen. But I'll just say this is still not a A+ setup. I don't think I've seen an A+ setup in a while with this price action. But I know it works because you look at the backtest data of the last year, 2 years. You look at our trading data from like November to January. It works super well until we're at all-time highs where it's just very trendy. Now it doesn't work as well. As in, it doesn't give setups at all. It doesn't it's not like it fails. There's not really sell side left, right? I mean, same question. There's no buy side left either. We have new relatively good lows here. I mean, what you're looking for when you're uptrend, you want to look for good long opportunities, of course. Maybe like riskier or quick entries, but also like there's gonna be a one point where it's gonna probably do something like this and give you a short opportunity, and then it will reverse back up. But the theme lately has not been doing that formula. So we might get a breaker here though. SMT again. I'm going to try to focus trades on ES though. For
Respect the pump.
if this inverse, I might try it like a tight stop here. Because I'm also anticipating a potential breaker. We'll see. I mean, it's too... Man, I hate when it's one directional like this.
Like I said, just long until you're wrong.
Things just get difficult for that. Long till you're wrong.
We got a bit of S&P going on here now.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see. It's not the cleanest looking thing. Jesus.
$10 stop. Can't even do it in the close yet. Didn't even give me an opportunity here. Because we didn't get a close under yet. Maybe if I looked at this close, this is still not clean for me. Why is it so difficult? Could go for something like this right now. If I'm anticipating a breaker, 10-point stop on it. Low SMT though. It's not A+, but I'm good. If this is wrong, then I'll look for longs for higher prices.
Should we trade CL?
CL? Oil?
Yeah.
How's it in the 30-second? Boom, 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 boom.
Bean, what are you doing?
Want to see if this breaker forms though. I want to see a nice close under here, and then we're likely gonna get a entry like this.
I heard that it hit that inverted for value gap at least.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at the -1 standard deviation, so
I gotta be careful counter trending though. That's the thing, like of going for big moves when it's counter trending. Let's see if we get 10 points first, and then put break even. And I'll take the 1 at 10 here, just to protect myself. As long as the time alignment is against us, especially for shorts, we want to be careful. Look at the 15, look at the hour, look at every time frame is against us right now. Looking for a break here, and then if it retraces back inside of this area, which likely would leave in balance too, this would be a BPR short for me here inside this breaker.
I see it head and shoulders.
Kind of want to protect myself more again. Just out to break even. I don't want to play myself too much. Just gonna try to manage my risks as best as possible if I'm counter trending, because this is like we're looking for early inversion here after we made a high, fair or above. We did a large wick here. It closed lower. I'm anticipating a bearish breaker setup, which entry off of a retrace inversion after we violated the bullish PD array. So I'm looking. ES once again would have delivered much better. We already made another low. Come on, get this low here. ES already took it. We need to take it too. I'm gonna move my buy stop at this low, and then if it does come up, I'm gonna re-enter probably in this area. We'll see. It depends how far we push down for a bearish breaker to form. Mm-hmm. 300.
When are we gonna roll over?
Next week. Today, this week is still high volume on the March contract. Next week will roll over. We want to stay with the contracts that are higher volume. This is interesting too. ES could form a bullish breaker here. We keep on making lower lows. I would actually flip if this takes me out and look for something like this. And this would be more on trend. And let this take me out. It's fine. We got about nearly 20 points from this, right? 18 points. I'm just being more bold and looking for a big move. Took me out there. Protect myself there. One out for 10. The other one for +1. Both did go for quite a good run. I'm gonna look for this trade now. This trade I think has more potential here. I'm just seeking entries that are kind of low risk here. Okay. Did it want to take me out again? Maybe it did. I just want to protect myself though. Like sometimes it really saves you, and other time it just takes you out and then delivers to your direction. It will get frustrating though. But it's better to be safe than sorry. Let me read the chat here. I made $9 trading Forex. Yesterday I made $5. I'm 19 years old. I want to become a millionaire trading Forex. Okay. Ambitious. Forex Insider. I mean, username checks out. You gotta, if you're insider there. Prop firm might be the avenue for you. If you have small capital and trying to grow. Ideally though, if I'm really confident in this trade, I would look for only a close above this inversion before taking my entry off. But now we're getting a little choppy here. What size account I'm trading? This is 50K plus a 150K. They're both connect the same accounts. $300 account. You could start out with like let's see. If you want to be disciplined, what's the best route with the cheapest cost? You gotta wait for a good deal for prop firm at least. If you're that tight. Did you trade London? No, I didn't trade London. I don't think London would work well because we have non-farm payroll already. So all price action right before non-farm payroll is a negative for me. Next week I might look for London trades if it's a theme. We'll see if Monday gives good entries first or good price action first.
Oh my god! You saw a $2 million position got liquidated on Bitcoin.
Really? Were they short or something?
Yeah, they're trying to short all-time highs. They got fucking smoke in like 1 second.
Oh, it's quite easy. Someone DM'd me saying thanks for the idea, this trade idea on live. I'm green. I'm done for the day. This trade was it for them. Well, it's just the beginning for me.
Damn.
Okay, let's get a close above this, and then if we do retap, I'm looking for this entry here. For a long. We're gonna join the journey now. Tube contracts. Leave these highs open, please. Don't take them yet. Oh wow, look how strong NQ went. What was that? Well, we have a breaker formed here.
You're wrong, man.
I don't like how NQ did a strong wick like that. But I'm going to try to protect myself as best I can. It's just going to be less than a 2-point stop here. And it's like we have kind of a nested trade here. So we do have the breaker after making a lower low, and then close above breaker form, leaving a displacement for a 1 minute FEG. And then my entry's resting on that order block here too. And my stop would just be at the bottom of the order block or the bottom of the breaker. They're both aligning very, very well. But I do not like how NT just spiked up like that. See if we get filled here.
ES is looking pretty clean though compared to NQ.
Obviously put stop on here. Oh, she's on my desk. Two-point stop. I'm gonna leave it like this. I just don't like how NQ take that, but I like ES. If I'm focused on just ES, this looks clean to me. I'll protect myself if we take internal here. But I'm gonna try to keep my stop tight because your entry really dictate your stop, and as long as we look for entries that are doable with tight stops, we don't need to change too much of our trading. But this could work. If it doesn't work, I'll be minus 1.75 ticks or points, which is 7 ticks. And he's already moving lower. I don't like that, but ES, I'm trying to focus on ES right now. Might take me out here.
Holy shit. I don't know if you see Bitcoin, it just took an all-time high and just dropped like 5%.
Really? 5%? Oh my. Is this going to affect our trade? Damn, Bitcoin actually dropped that much. Holy crap.
Bitcoin's always crazy like that. Every freaking day is like NFP.
Just took me out there.
What are those dotted lines in your chart?
Where?
Those dotted lines in your chart?
Which are lines? Oh, here?
On the Bitcoin chart.
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, it's probably my regular indicator for NQES.
Oh, okay. Hit it right on the spot.
How much was that?
Pretty efficient.
1.75 times 50 times 2. Was that right? $50 per win. Yeah, I'm blaming Bitcoin this trade. Who told Bitcoin to do a spike like this to 71,000 and then drop 5%?
It always does that. It always takes out late longs. It just completely liquidates them.
Press 1 if you tried the ES long with me. It was the tightest entry I could do. I liked it personally, but if I was looking at NQ, I did not like how NQ did that spike and then fail. But the setup was very clear on ES at least, and I don't know if this will still play out. We already have Y. I'm just moving lower and lower. Yeah, I hope no one did too crazy because I did 2 minis for 1.75. I think we did the math here. I don't know if that was accurate though. $50 per point, 2 minis, 1.75 points. Okay, it was 175. Okay, I thought it'd be like 300 or something. But I guess it's just tight stop.
Is Bitcoin gonna crash the entire fucking market? Fuck.
But yeah, like I was going for this trade to hit this high here. So 4 points would have been like $400. Trade felt pretty good though, but now we probably look at the 5 minute. 5 minutes likely gonna close lower here. Let's see if we get more short entries. This is a very telling if we get closed on 15-minute here, which we already got, I think. 10 this hour. Looking at a 1 minute breaker. Are we looking at this candle here? This could be it too, yeah. It's gonna be flipping a lot. Holy crap. This is why it's so good to protect ourselves in these type of trades, because if this trade went in our favor, we would have got it for 4 points, at least on half the size. And if we lost, we only lost 2 points. If you traded any other things, you would have 8 or 4 points lost there. That's the beauty of these type of trading.
That was lame.
Is this chopping around, or are you gonna get a nice setup here?
It's looking like a unicorn here, man, with SMT and everything.
Are you looking at ES or NQ? They have 2 setups here.
NQ. Always NQ, man.
NQ till I die. That's what Dono's motto is.
It just moves so much better.
Not lately. I feel like the delivery has been cleaner on.
The setups have been really clean on ES for sure.
Yeah. Well, like if we're talking about the last like 3-4 weeks, I think ES mostly would give cleaner deliveries.
I hate how it moves like 1 point at a time.
You gotta up your size.
And then
you gotta double your size.
And then NQ runs like 100 points in a single freaking candle. Oh, okay, fine. I entered a short on ES.
What's your entry?
249.25.
249? Are you on the March contract or the new one?
1 minute.
Huh?
No, I'm on the March contract.
249? Where do you see 249, bro?
Oh, sorry, this is the other contract. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm using the continuous one. But basically, where you drew that fair value gap,
The 1 minute, yeah. I wanted to go in the breaker though. Probably 85 at
I'm just
least.
scalping. I might just end up running. See. Okay, there we go.
I want to see if I can get back in. Damn.
I took it out at 245. 5 points. Not bad. NQ's at hit -1 standard deviation and at the midpoint of the daily range, so this is where I don't want to get trapped in a short. It's still moving up. If we break 8288, then I'd be really bearish. But for now, we're just retracing into discount from the 930 range.
Ooh, this 5 minute is holding pretty nicely. If we want to go for higher prices, this is where it would probably want to go for it.
So you see those 3 down candles on the 1 minute chart for NQ? That's if it closes above that candle, then that should be like a bullish order block.
There's people saying they're buying here. I wouldn't want to try with you guys for long.
Who made the call out? Let's see if they get it right.
Quite the divergence though. Lux Algo going at it again. This is Lux Algo short here.
Where do you see them?
Look at my screen.
Where I don't see the Lux Algo.
This red box is Lux Algo.
Oh, it just has a fair value gap.
Yeah. Well, it also marks the breaker, but isn't marked as clean as how I show it. It shows like dotted.
Okay.
Like if I move this here, you see the dotted lines here. That's where it's marking the breaker. I'm doing the same thing, but I just put something over it. Josu said, I will take the Lux Algo. Lux Algo was right here. 1 for 1. It's going for 2 for 2 here. Which I like the displacement though. ES is not looking as hot though. But this is pre-minute discount. I hate that. Like if this is bullish, this is a perfect area for people to buy for higher prices. I need more confirmation. I feel like I'm leaning up though.
The setup will come and work itself out. It always does, at least once a day.
Why don't I try this here? I think I feel safer on ES at least. Looking for a pushback here for higher prices. Likely gonna close the position if we close below 84% vibe though. I just want to get a trade where it could deliver to the highs and ride it up like everyone else been doing. If we inverse this 3 minute, I'm longing. Let's use 3 minute. $2.75. Giving this a try. Wow, this might be a quick stop here. I'm gonna watch it close. If it closes, I'll just exit before it.
So close to that fair value gap.
Yeah, it was very close to Lux Algo too. Not doing too hot today if this takes me out.
What if it's switch to 30-second chart with 1 minute show?
Took me out. Yeah, this is not price action that I need to mess with then. I'm doing tight stops on it. 2.75 there. I think we're in negative now. We were up 400. Now we're down 300 on this. But, shit. This is a little bit annoying to see because I anticipate a few things happening. And when I was looking at shorts, it didn't want to get me. When I'm looking for longs, I'm betting that this comes back up now. I should wait for cleaner setups though. I'm just kind of seeing there's a few variety of setups, but just taking both sides, so I'm not doing as good. What's up, Doe said you're flipping buys too fast. Breaker was clean. It was, yeah, on ES. I was also looking at NQ too. I was also like my mindset, like we could have looked for longs, and then once NQ hits this breaker, which it usually does, we would have looked to see if we want to reverse it. But what's up, Doe, is looking at this breaker here. I like this close above though, and this feels like a nice clean wick too, but it made another low. Yeah, I'm just doing tight stops again, and one of these moves would give me the right delivery. I'm just not getting it now. I am flipping my bias pretty heavy though. It's difficult because I don't have the right time alignment. Now, even though I'm looking for longs, it's still getting stopped out here. And they took me out right there, back to entry here.
So it returned back to that 930 breaker in 5 minute. And it seems to be holding.
This looks like just a stop punt for me though. Let me remove this on my screen.
Why the AI is thinking today's a bearish day.
They really took me out. My stop is just way too tight. And they just hunted it by 2 ticks before moving higher to where I'm anticipating it. Not the best thing to see, but we're also holding this 5 minute. I want to lean upside still. If I think this is bullish and this is just a retracement. The time alignment is going upwards too. But it just ran the equal lows. Did it? Are we talking about these lows here? Or which lows are you talking about? I'm just waiting for a setup where I can go for like the 2-3 RR trade I'm looking at. But I'm giving it too many attempts. It's not getting me there. We're just getting a little unlucky, I have to say, because eventually it should work out.
So we're back at the 0 standard deviation. So if we do get another change of character in this range, then we're definitely going to be hitting 483. We need to break 399. That will be my confirmation for more upside.
What does everyone think right now? Do we think up or down, or like what's your current bias here? Maybe I need to look at a different perspective. Yeah. I mean we're not in deep down holes. It's minus 300. We were plus 400 earlier, but that is how it be. I'm just gonna keep very tight stops. If I go probably minus 500 was in next trade, I probably end up go off here. Lots of divergence in chat. We have some people saying up, 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 back up, and then someone said might go short because price displace mean too high. Up until 8:30, FEG is violated. That's a very ambitious task though. 8:30 FEG. You're looking for another like 90, or I guess we're not that far. 80 points, 70 points. Still up. Yeah. Personally, I would like up to. How's the video doing? The video's back at open. Incredible. I like up still. Let me see if there's a setup going. We have like basically a 3 drive down here. Look for entry somewhere. We'll trade down now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like 50-50 are people saying like up, 50's down. I've been flipping. I also have to say I've been flipping back and forth as well. So that just means it's very unclear. During high resistance days, entries must be very good or stop loss must be large. The point with stop loss being very large, you're gonna eat up too large of a risk. I would rather get stopped out and then re-enter and then it works out rather than get stopped out like for 6 points. We have SMT here. Do we have SMC? Okay, no, I thought we had SMC. No, we don't. I misread that. All right, I'll get some more water, then we'll come back and refresh. Okay, let's see. We're back. And we're back. They really took us out there. Okay, are we looking at longs or shorts here? Let me just look at the chat again. We're down to 342 to 325. A little bit low, a little bit lower. I think up still. I want to ride the trend here.
Long to or wrong, guys. That's it.
I mean, we tried long. They took us out.
No, but like it makes sense now because we hit a discount, right, of the range. We're still pretty damn bullish. At least I am. And we bounced off the 0 standard deviation. So unless we see 344 break with a strong weaker structure, then we go lower. Otherwise, I think like we'll go a bit higher. I just want to see a close above 382, and that will be confirmation right there. That fair value gap at 1044 should flip, and then we'll be good to go.
They just like to take me out with one hit. All right, let's check the 5 minute here. 5 minute close under here, but recovering back up. Should be inverse here.
But if Bitcoin's any indication of us to come, then yeah, it's probably not a good idea to long.
I mean, I'm looking at 15 minute here. We did retap back inside. I want to go for longs. See if we get an NQ long somewhere then. Go for this long. It's just, I think this is just a re-entry, right? We got like 85 last time. One more sweep. Our Rick D said.
What sweep? Sweep where?
Like, I think sweep lower before going higher.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. All right, I'm up about 40 points now.
Well, did you long?
Yeah, I posted a screenshot in the group chat.
Was that when I was gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're my good luck charm now. Whenever you leave.
Dude, I was like, I want to get some longs before and then I was like, we'll come back.
Good enough. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce off a little bit until I see that freaking 400 level get cracked open. I'm just gonna keep taking profit on the way up.
Wait, what happened to this? We'll just get it here. Put my stop under. Of course, we want to take at these highs. There's just two targets we're looking at. We're looking at this high, and then we're looking at all these relative highs here, which I'm gonna be aiming for. Too much water.
You going for a water break again?
Oh, I'm gonna watch this one instead. Lots of relative highs. They're just not gonna get it, I guess. It's just not my day.
Today's a pretty tough day though.
2.5 stop. Taken again.
the key to this day is that you have to watch out for internal liquidity to get taken out, and then reversals for second internal liquidity on the downside, and vice versa.
I'm just trying to
And
low.
it's really hard to see. It's really hard to see,
Yeah,
but you have to go down a few time frames, down to like 30 seconds, 15 seconds to really see it. But then that makes it a very, very low probability trades then because of the time frame.
I think I just forget that non-farm payroll is going to be very difficult on the 1 minute chart. I should have probably looked at the 5 minute. And I'm just kind of looking at like this one setup would shoot to the direction I'm looking at, but we're just chopping back and forth. So even though I'm just doing 2 minis and all that with like tight stop, 2.5 stop, these are just still trades on eval that I have. Took that first trade on funded though, or the one I was it on ES here, -175 there. Everything else has been an eval. But I think we just gotta wait for quality setups because tight stops does not work for today. It looks like it's just taking both sides. The trade copier video you got, is it only for Windows or Mac? It's for Windows because NinjaTrader is using for Windows, but there's a way you can do it for Mac though, with a VPS and all that, or a parallel, like if you can convert it. Like holy crap, we're not rolling with this PA today.
Price should not go below 317. Or as
Lots
should
of
say, should
lots of relative highs here too on NQ. That's so disgusting.
shouldn't close below 317. Like I want to see this break or hold. Like it's okay if it wicks down, but this needs to hold.
I think I only got one good winner and then two or three ES loss. Okay, that means ES is bad for me now that I think of it because the winner was on NQ. Quite
That's why I
interesting.
don't trade ES, man.
Look up all these relative highs on ES though. Damn, I got played.
It can still work because we're sort of in the manipulation phase now with the Correlated theory.
Oh, look at Nvidia. That shit just tanked like 15 points.
Oh fuck. 2 more minutes till this candle close in the 5 minute. If we close below 317, then we're kind of fucked.
Yeah, this is my fault if you're looking at the trades I'm going for, like low risk type of things or tight risk. I should, because we're looking at like if it does go to our objective, it would be like 3RR, 2.5RR. But
Yeah,
it's not giving that.
We're bouncing off the open, the 930 open. One more minute. I think this is a manipulation leg here.
At least we have nice displacements of chop now. We can watch this closely here. Wow, this is getting buried here.
Yep, we closed below the breaker in the 5 minute.
My goddamn, maybe I should just avoid any price action that is inside of a when it's uncharted territory. It's getting nasty.
So we have an inverted fair value gap too. The 5 minute and 945. So I'm gonna look for some sort of entry there for a short.
Look at entry short right now.
Alright, now I'm gonna wait till price retraces back up again because we're just dumping like crazy and we haven't rebalanced in the PD array anywhere. So
Wow, look at Nvidia now.
yeah,
That's
it's
like a
looking nasty.
pretty large move here.
Bitcoin killed the whole market.
Is it Bitcoin that did it?
Probably Nvidia, but Bitcoin dumped first.
Spectacular, spectacular. We're in the hourly point of interest here.
Okay, DR low. Come on, let's bounce from there. It's kind of stupid how they left those equal highs and on a Q,
Yeah,
and
it is
it
annoying.
barely tapped into that fair value gap.
Kind of sucks for today. Huh? Not still like managing the risk as tight as possible, but it's just not fun to get played like this. It's long till you're wrong, they said. Holy crap. Someone in Discord has posted this. They shorted here, got stopped at high, and then so annoying. Very unlucky.
Okay, well I guess 461's on the table here.
461? Is it? Are you looking
Yeah.
at my contract or your contract?
Shit, sorry. 211. 211 is the data low for NFP.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. What, what a dick thing to do.
Yeah. So like who's actually loving this price action now? I can't love this, but if you guys are doing well on it, well done, man. We even have like on ES here, like we have like lower highs consecutively, then we have equal highs here, but choose to really take a shit before tapping
So
in.
you know that for value gap you had at 10:35 a.m. for
Mm-hmm.
NQ? It hit that on the continuous chart, but not on
Oh,
the
okay,
March contract.
that's interesting. Now it looks like we're going for daily lows, right?
Yeah. I might just stick to the continuous chart then, because it's behaving more efficiently than March 2024 contract.
Nvidia did fill this gap that it did here. Golly. 4-hour breaker. Let's take a look. Monstrous close. I'm just not built for these type of trend days where it chooses a direction and goes for it. Which is pretty bad. Well, I'll have to wait for... That could be the top-ish now because NVIDIA is pushing 970s now. Tech might be cooling down after ripping to all-time highs like that. So after a large expansion day, we should expect more mild range. Back to this breaker now. Well, ES really gave 30 points back that quick. Which is crazy because we shorted NQ here. And I did go for another high, but ran back down. Just back to this version here. Five-minute bearish breaker. Let's take a look on NQ. We have high, we have a low, we have a very high, and then if you look at this as a breaker, it is a breaker, but we have so many displacement here. I don't even know like if this would be